So today we're gonna go ahead and see if I can't get my O2A shifter linkage, all that stuff rebuilt. I have two separate ones. The kit I got from Urotuning only has certain pieces. There's some pieces like you can't even get anymore. I guess I'll look through both of them and see which one, like the other piece I can't get anymore, look better, and then rebuild that one. It's gonna be a lot easier because I did the rebuild kit for this, for my car, my 2.0 shift linkage. It is such a pain to try and rebuild it while it's in the car. So get underneath it, drop the exhaust, drop the heat shield, drop the whole box down. It's a nightmare to do. So I'm really glad both of these are out of the car. I can work on them like without touching this at all. Free platform, I'm so happy about that. So it'll be much easier to do that. They're kind of buried, but I have this one here. This is the one that came with my Vr6 originally, and then this one over here is one I just got from Greg recently as well. So I'll take both out, see which one is looking better in terms of pieces I can't replace, and then we'll rebuild that one. This is the rebuild kit here. I actually have, well, this is the rebuild kit. This one here, rebuild kit, all of your pieces. To be honest, I don't actually know where all these pieces go. What I'm gonna do is play the matching game. So I pull a piece off, I'll put a piece back on. Should go smooth, should be fine. I also picked up the CNC, the little aluminum metal shift bushing. So I'm gonna replace, I guess some of these, I'm not quite sure where they go honestly, but metal won't wear down the rubber wheel. And I also got this, it's called the ultimate shift bracket. I guess there's a plastic one on the transmission that goes bad pretty easily and breaks. So we have this one, now it's nice and metal. It's called the unbreakable thing, so hopefully it won't break. And that's all we got. Here is our first one here. This is the one off the Vr6 we got with Greg down in Tampa. I don't know the miles on this one. It feels semi-decent, I guess. And then this one here is off of my Vr6. So this one had about a little over 100,000 miles on it. I can't really tell. They both feel very similar. So I don't know. We'll see. So here are the two shifters here. Like I said, this is one off of my Vr6, the one's over there. The engine had about 100,000 miles on it before it was pulled and given to me. So that's that linkage there. This one off Greg's engine, I don't know how many miles are on this one. But in terms of like this section, like it overall looks cleaner. This one's got a good amount of grease through there. It looks a little bit dirtier, but doesn't really necessarily mean it's worse. It is missing the bolts. There's usually bolts right here and there. This one is missing. You see that one there, and that one there. So I don't know, I can't tell. I mean, they feel, compared to like the Mk3 2.0 one, I mean, I can't tell. I mean, they both feel clearly wiggly, but like I don't really necessarily know. The pieces themselves don't look bad. I did notice on this one, this first little screw here is already loose. I can move it with my hand, but it should be very, very tight. I don't know. So I guess I'll start breaking both apart and see what parts look more worn on which one. In terms of the front section here, the bushings on this one here look a bit better there and there. These ones got a little bit of wear on them, looks like. Don't know if that matters too much, but just something to note. I got everything set up here, and I think I have a pretty good plan of attack. I have all of the new pieces here in the center. All of these pieces left will go either in this one or this one, but these are the pieces to rebuild the actual shifter portion. Obviously that piece matches that piece, and then the spring matches this thing here, and so on. We'll just match things and go on from there. These ones here, 1, 2, and 3, actually replace these bushings here on the shift bracket bushings. 1, 2, and 3. Those go there because these will wear down eventually, and these nice metal ones won't ever do that. This bracket actually goes on the transmission on the top, where that connects to, I believe. So there's a plastic one on the transmission now that I guess can break. This one's nice, like nice, not gonna break. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start with this, then we'll go on to do those three, and either with this one or that one, and the last one is we'll do the transmission. First up, we'll be taking out these three 13mm bolts. We got one here, and one in the back. I think these are already loose from a long time ago. Yeah. There's one there. This one should be pretty tight. There it is. There we go. 1, 2, and 3. Alright, now that those 3 bolts are out, I believe this little piece here will slide forward. We have to pull this little retainer spring off, and I think eventually it either goes out the bottom or out the top. As I'm learning here with you guys as well, so we'll figure it out. Alright, let's see what else we can get pulled off here. I think this goes forward and out. So that's off. I believe we have to pull off this little retainer spring here. You should really grab the bottom. And that's off, and then that should come out. Oh, cool. And then, oh, there's a little clip down here. I'll show you guys again. It looks like there's a little cotter pin almost right there. You can see right there. I believe that pulls off, that would disconnect this. off of there. I believe we can pull the entire thing out. I'm gonna try and pull that little pin out from the bottom here. I don't quite know which way it goes. I don't really want to break it. Looks like it goes straight out though, honestly. Let's see. I still want to break it. Oh, got it, dropped it. Okay, that's out, so this should come out, or close to it. After we pull this off. Hey, look at that, making progress. Alright. Alright, so to get the rest of this whole bottom piece out here, I'm pretty sure we need to drop this bottom plate off. You get like, I'm pretty sure there's a gasket and some glue. We gotta pry it off to be able to drop that out of there. But we're almost there. But I do see some like shattered remains of a bushing in there, so we'll see. So it looks like this bottom plate here, right, you can kind of see sticking down, either slides forward or you can bend these tabs right like on the side right here. But as you see, that tab looks kind of old and very brittle, so I don't want to really bend them. So I'm going to try and hit with the hammer like down here, the tabs kind of pull down a little bit, and get it to slide forward. Could work, could work. Alright, so after being very, very careful, I was able to bend all the tabs up. That one actually kind of shredded right there. You can see how they just like literally just fell apart on me. But I got them all done, so now we should be able to pry the bottom piece off. Alright, so all your tabs are now bent down. This should just kind of fall off, and the front ones are kind of a pain. They will bend a little bit. There it is, there it is. Oh yeah, that's a disaster in there. You see that, but there's like remains of, there's dead things in there. There's also remains of bushings. There's an extra bolt for some reason. Oh yeah. So taking a closer look here, there's remains of bushings there. These pieces over here, there's that one and that one. Bit of a disaster. So before I go any farther with this one, I'm gonna pull that one apart and see if those look any better. Cause like I said, all these pieces, I don't have all new ones of all the pieces here, just this section here. So let's just look at the better condition. Alright, shifter number 2 is now pulled apart. There's a few bushings down here, but this one looks a lot better condition than this one does. Like I said, there's that bushing, there's like a ton of stuff destroyed. And you can see all like the grooves on the bottom of this one. This one looks to be a lot better condition. So I think we might go with this one. Alright, so now that all these are apart, I'm able to see better where these parts go. So this one obviously goes to that piece right there. This white one right here in the center, my fingers aren't right here, is this one there. That one here goes down there, and that one, this little cylinder here goes through there, through there. The white one obviously goes to the T right here, and then this one, I haven't found where that goes just yet. Maybe down the bottom somewhere? Over there? I don't know, we'll locate it. We're getting closer though. Almost all things accounted for. Alright, so after some further inspection, we're going to go ahead and use the one of Greg's engine. It looks like it has a lot less wear and tear on it than the one I had originally does. And also, there's a piece on the bottom of the shifter here, a little bushing, which is the remains of that right there. This one, as you can see, saw it's intact. And also the spring on this one is a lot stiffer and feels better. This one's kind of loose and like kind of wobbly. So we're going to go ahead and rebuild this one here. So to disassemble this portion here, looks like there's a little seat retainer clip right there and one here as well to pull those two pieces off, and then you kind of just push that out and we should be good to go. I think I figured it out. What you have to do is you have to press the spring kind of down and kind of hold it, and this kind of drops. I think it comes off like that. Maybe? Ouch. Aha! Great success. Now that spring can open up. You can pull this off, I think. There they go. That way that can drop through there, looks like. Oh, there's still this pin here. Let's get one out of the way. That was easier. That one just kind of pulls off. That should come out. This should come down. There we go. And just like that, you have a bare shifter shaft. Okay, before I start actually rebuilding this, I think I finally figured out where all pieces go. So check this out. Obviously, our T here goes with the old T. That's simple enough. This is together. Let me see one. That is one. And I was looking for a piece like this, but I'm pretty sure this ball comes out. I think that ball goes onto there, and this is the new bottom bushing that goes in places. Is that one right there. So when this So that's hollow like that. It comes down and it's just like that, like a little buffer. I think that's where that goes. The white piece goes there, obviously. This one goes right there. Your new spring obviously goes where the spring was. This one here goes on the back side right there. That one, and I couldn't remember where this one went to. I'm pretty sure this one goes over here, right there. So I'm pretty sure it's accounted for all those, and then these go over there, the transmission. But for this, I think I know where everything goes. So now that I know where everything goes, or at least I hope I know where everything goes, gonna start the rebuild process. Good luck, everybody. Just about done reassembling, but I want to pause real quick because I did what I think is probably the hardest portion of all of this. That little rubber ball I had that goes into the bottom of here, it is a giant pain to get on there. So what I had to do is I used my little needle nose here, and I grabbed inside of the ball with one side and held it like this, and I used with my other hand, I set this on top, and I kind of just yanked and stretched it over. That was the best way to do it for me. Otherwise, it's like it's a pain together. But it's on there. Everything's rebuilt. I actually greased everything as well a little bit. I didn't say to, but it feels really nice now. So I need to put this back in here, bolt all together, and then this will be done. Aside from these three up here, we're almost there. Just about there. This is the last piece to go in. The little shift pin here. As you can see, this is the one that came off of this tower here. If you look at it right now, it's bent. Top section right there. This one that's off of that one is actually not bent. So I'm gonna go ahead and use that one. You look right here, side by side. You can tell the top section there is bent. We're gonna use this one. Alright, this thing has officially been rebuilt. It feels so smooth, and it's like everything feels really nice. And now when you pull it to the side, it's not bolted down, but you pull it to the side, it pulls back to center. Super nice. All smooth, feels great. Very pleased with this. Next up will be this portion up here, getting these three bushings into those. Was able to pull all three of the rubber bushings out. A little bit of trouble, but then when you get a little vice grip here and you pull like in, they come out pretty simple. So now we're gonna go ahead and get this bracket painted so it matches the rest of the black stuff in the engine before we put the new ones here in. I also painted the bottom plate of the shift box. You'll probably never ever see this, but it looked gross, so I had to fix that. This side I'm also gonna paint these shift cables as well. I'm gonna paint from here probably to like about there, because this section you'll normally see in the engine bay in the back, and I don't wanna have all these like nice black pieces and like this gross stuff, so I'm gonna paint all of this as well along with the bracket. The pieces are looking much better now. No more crustiness, no more, all things nice and gloss black. So while we wait for this to dry, gonna get this bracket installed. I was going to move the car and pull everything out, but we're gonna have to do it inside here. Not much of a problem. So where this goes is right here on top of the transmission. There's this little bracket right here, this piece. So we're gonna pull this bolt off, put the new one in. So this nut here on the top right here is a 13 as well. I'm gonna pull this off. Once that's off, I believe it just slides out. With the nut now removed, we should be able to wiggle it out. So you do it one-handed here. Oh, there it is. Alright, the old piece is out. This is the old one. It's plastic. Apparently, there's an issue with it breaking, so here's a nice metalled CNC'd one. Nice little engravings on it. It looks a lot better. So we're going to get this one installed. Very easy to do. Like, there's one little nut there, and you just pop it out, put this one back in, screw it on, and we should be good to go. The lining here is very poor, but you can now see the new brackets all in. Looks really good. So now, like I said, it'll be all black and little bits of like polished aluminum pieces or like metal pieces here and there, and this is one of them. So looking at these new metal bushings compared to these rubber ones, these ones are obviously rubber, like the top and the bottom hold together like as one piece, and a little metal piece that goes through it to kind of be on the ground. These ones are a two-piece because you can't smush metal through the hole there. Once you put the bottom one through, you put the top one above it, you put them together. There's no real way for them to like stay like on the mount anymore. Like these ones that you see over here, these ones right here, they're rubber, they just stay there. These ones, there's nothing to hold them together, so until I put the screw through to mount that bracket in the transmission or in the engine bay, I don't know if I'll put these on just yet, because there's no way to hold them like on. Does that make sense? Like they go on afterwards, and once the bolts like through the top and it holds it there, they won't move, but until then they're just like, they're kind of just there. That make sense? I think it makes sense. But give you guys a good idea how they look. So this is the original one with the rubber bushings there. This is the new painted black one with the black metal ones there. You can't really see them, but they're there. They kind of pop right in. The bottom piece over here will go in the bottom section like this, but until the screw is there to hold it together, it's not going to stay there. So, little idea of how it looks. I like it. Just black everything. That will be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want any of the parts I used today, all the links will be down below in the description. Everything is from Urotuning.com. Make sure you guys check them out. As always, don't forget to every day. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.